Let's take care of that right now. Let's talk about your first fucking snake. When did you get it? How did it come across your life? How do you feel? All that other stuff.
You know what my first snake was, man?
A milk snake.
No, it was my big female Aru, man. The green tree python was my first snake. That's what I got.
Ever in your life?
I swear, man. So here, get this. I'll tell you the whole story, okay? So for some weird reason, I spent a ton of money on tarantulas. I had like 20 different species of tarantulas. I had blue ones. I had all the different species.
Don't get this guy started on. My dad's right here. He's fucking obsessed with tarantulas, Joe.
Oh, dude, tarantulas are sick. They're awesome. I love them.
Off right now. He's gonna want to chime in on this. Jesus. All right, go ahead.
I loved them, but so basically, after keeping them for a year, I don't know why I got this itch. All my life, I always wanted the green snakes. That's something about an emerald tree boa or a green tree python perched up on the branch and doing that thing where they drape over the branch. That's been my dream ever since I was a little kid, and basically like reading about them in the zoo books. Remember zoo books? You're like my age, man. Do you remember Ranger Rick and zoo books and stuff?
The only shit I would ever read in a library as a kid, where I would go to the magazines and what did you see? An animal book, and it was it was zoo magazine.
Yes. So I would go through those and see all the animals, and something about the green tree snakes always stood out to me. So one day I just basically told myself I was going to have that snake. And I remember looking a couple years ago, well, now it would have been more like 15 years ago, but they were just way too expensive and the care wasn't there, and the cages they wanted you to buy were just super expensive too and stuff. But basically, long story short, I said, hey, I don't want these tarantulas anymore. And I went to this pet shop out here, and I said, hey, can you hook me up with a green tree python? Can you get one? He said, yeah, I got a guy. I can get you one. I'll do this. I go, well, here, take my 20 freaking tarantulas. I kept one of them. Take my 19 tarantulas or whatever it was. And I know the price on them. I know the worth. So hook me up with the works, man. And he was like, all right, you know what? I got you. I can sell these tarantulas way easier than I'll sell one green tree python. And he hooked it up. And the crazy thing is that's such a bad situation. You do not go to a pet store and buy a green tree python like that. That's horrible. Don't ever do that. Don't do what I did.
Pretty much set you up for failure almost.
Oh my God. But she's awesome. She's healthy. She's living this crazy, awesome life. And hopefully she breeds for me this year because she's just doing the damn thing. But it was the green tree python that got me into the ball pythons, because then once I stepped into the reptile game, I started seeing all the ball pythons morph, and all the ball python morphs, and it was just a snowball downhill since after that. I saw a highway, I saw a dreamsicle, and I saw an urban cambo, the sandblast combo. And I go, holy crap, if I can get these snakes and you can make these colors and you breed an A with a B and it makes a C or whatever the hell you want to call it, and then you can actually sell them and make some money off of it while keeping these awesome animals. And then, dude, here I am, man, like 60 snakes later, carpet pythons, ball pythons, green tree pythons.
You know what breeding ball pythons remind me of?
What's up?
I could be just a hella high talking like this, but ball python really reminds me of somebody who works out and is on steroids, right? And they're good at working out. They're like, but you know how you hit a capacity at some point and you're so ripped you can't get more ripped? That's not like that with ball python. You could just keep getting more ripped and more ripped, and there's no satisfaction. You're never at a place where you're like, yep, I'm good now. No, dude, because there's always somebody like fucking JKR or Ozzy or Miguel or fucking somebody just pulling some shit out, and you're like, fuck, back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? And that's honestly, I'm good, dude. I threw my talent, man. I mean, look, I love my ball pythons. I got my little, unique group. What I keep, I might add something here and there. Doesn't, but it's not a priority. It's just, I can't keep up, dude. I can't. And shout out to all my motherfuckers like you. There's people out there that are just like, they're in it. And I'm just, my heart, I much rather look into what localities I could bring into the mix with my chondros. I'd rather put my brain energy, because I'm somebody who wants to try. I want to try to be the best at what I can do, but I want to be top at it. I'll never be top at a ball python. I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a fuck how long. It could be 20 years. I'll never be known as a top 5 ball python breeder in my entire life. It's not going to happen. And
you're just chasing that curve the whole time. There's always going to be something to go over,
Some people aren't in this to be the best. They just want to, and look, people who are doing this for fun and they're content, good for you, man. I'm so competitive with myself. I'm just like, I want to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, or just fucking, I don't know, man. That's why I give my props to fucking people like Ozzy and JKR, fucking Will at Art, Royal Constrictors or RCR and I don't know. I'm sorry, Will, if I fucked up your name. I'm pretty high. But
well, that's the thing, though, is you gotta. Every single one of those guys zones in on something special, and that's what you got to kind of do. So if it's chondros for you or something else, that's the key to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't chase somebody else's zone, somebody else's vision and dream. You got to come up with your own and then go after that. So
I just think the zone I found was a codominant gene that I'm very happy with. It's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to work with. I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? I love my GHI.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put super GHIs in everything. So,
dude, I love the dark snakes like that. That was my thing. I think the dark snakes are so sick. And then Melinda goes, well, I like the really light snakes. I like the ones that are really light. And then I took my GHIs to a show, and I took my bananas to a show, and the bananas sold out, and nobody wanted my GHIs, man.
Haters.
Freaking haters, dude.
Bananas will always do good, though, man. Bananas are a good snake. So are blue-eyed Lucy's and stuff like that. And that's another cool thing is, like, no matter where the ball python game goes, you still have your fucking your pioneer morphs, like the ones that like been here from the beginning, and they're really not going anywhere because you could use them in any combo. Like Banana's good in fucking any recessive combo. You know what I mean? Right. There is not to discourage it. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm trying to discourage anyone who's doing ball pythons. Look, there's a lot. There could be things that I just don't know. I'm sorry. But there's, you know what I mean? Whatever your heart feels, fucking do it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree.
And, so yeah, let's talk about you have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids, man. It's not easy, you know what I mean? As far as, not that I know from experience, I just know having kids, having a family life, managing snakes, managing YouTube, stay on top of that. It's a juggle, man. How do you do it?
I don't know. I don't know if I really even have a good answer for that, because all I can think about is what I do day to day and what I do. And I work, like normal hours for once, 8 to 4, and I come home, I say hi to everybody, I walk around, I hang out with everybody. And next thing you know, I'm like outside with the kids and I'm cleaning something, or I'm filling up water bowls, or I'm inside with the kids and I'm joking around with them, but then I'm digging through like a tub and finding lychee eggs or something. You know what I'm trying to say? Like somehow it all manages to work its way out, like through each other. And then what happens is I just come home and I go, oh, hey, Melinda, you know what? I think I need to film a video today. Or, oh, I got to film a video. And I just start recording myself talking while everybody's living life in the background, And I'm just like pointing them out. Oh, yeah, I'm joking around. Melinda's been sitting on the couch for 3 days. And that's in my video. You know what I mean? That goes into my video. And I'm talking about quarantine life and all these things. So the only way I know how to do it is to just have everything mashed together. That's the only way it's ever going to work. I can't separate it. It's all a family thing. It's all one piece, and awesome. And that's how it is. But it's also something I need too, because it's also my like unwind and my like me and work and everything else. I start to do this, and then all this extra crap brings me back to where I need to be. You know what I mean? And it grounds me and it lets me relax, and I don't know, man. I just love it. And then I told you before, see, and this might play a part too. I grew up in a family, and I think some of my sisters and my parents are watching right now. I grew up in a huge family. I have 4 sisters, man, and I'm the oldest.
Nice.
4 sisters. So I literally grew up in this chaos. Yelling, screaming,
I had it bad.
All sorts of stuff. Everybody's always asking me, oh, why are you yelling at me? Why are you so loud? Why are you this, dude? And all I can blame it on is just I grew up in a house with everybody around me all the time, yelling, screaming, fighting with each other, doing whatever, going here, going there. And that's, I have to be in that mode. I have to be around everybody, and I have to have something going on all the time. I don't know. It's just the way it is.
I think the biggest thing that you said right now that I took away was that it's so routine to you, you don't even notice yourself doing it. It's like, and that's what and dude, that's why, shit, there's people I bring to my snake collection or snake trap, and they're like, how do you fucking manage all this? And in my eyes, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to double this size. Like, I personally feel like I'm not even capped out, even though that is stretching it. But everything is it's so routine now. Like, you know what I mean?
It happens. You definitely need to get into your mode and
you do yourself out of shit. Yeah. Yep. Because there's even, and that's the hard thing about YouTube stuff. There's times where you just don't want to put shit out. Like, you're like, fuck, I just don't feel like. And I'll tell you what, the hardest thing for me to do content is at a show. I don't know how fucking Miguel, I don't know how you guys do that, because I'm so like there. Like, I can't, like, my ADD does not allow to be like, all right, stop what you're doing and record shit. I almost don't even care about recording shit. You know what I mean? But having that content at shows is what people love to see. Like, people fucking fiend for that, because a lot of people can't go to shows, you know, especially like these big ones in Tinley and all these other, Arlington that you've been to. Fucking the bull ride, that was nuts. You rode a bull, dog. That's crazy. Man. Honestly, bro, I've done crazy shit in my life, and that's probably why I would have passed on the bull, because I've done a lot of stupid shit. I don't need to prove anything to anyone, but to say you rode a bull, that's pretty like. That's a Hercules, like, savage bucket list thing to do. That's like, fuck, I rode and it was a big bull. I saw it. It was huge.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think I sat there when